Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. So last night, went to the movie theater, and for the first time since Avengers Endgame came out, I didn't go see Avengers Endgame. Say what? Yes, there are other movies in the world, apparently. And this is one I was really psyched for. When I saw the first trailer, I saw Charlize Theron. I saw it was going to be a Seth Rogan comedy or rom-com in this situation. And I got really excited because I love Charlize Theron. I'm a huge Seth Rogan fan, and I like getting to see him with people you wouldn't expect him to work with. You know, for so long, Rogan worked with the same people over and over again. And anytime he kind of injects something new, I get excited. And this movie just looked really, really interesting, and man, it was really, really good. I enjoyed the heck out of this thing last night. So why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We're getting ready to dive in, spoiler-free, into Longshot. As I said, the stars Charlize Theron as Charlotte Field and Seth Rogen as Fred Flarsky. And for those unfamiliar with the movie, the two went to high school together. Charlize Theron, I think, was like 2 years older, 2 or 3 years older than Seth, and used to babysit him as a teenager. And then, you know, after high school, I don't think they see each other until they're at a party. And at this point, Fred has lost his job, but he's a journalist, so he's a writer. And Charlotte Field is Secretary of State, and she's just recently found out that the president is not going to run for re-election. I won't spoil why, because that's really, really funny. But it means that she's going to get ready to run a campaign. And one of the areas she struggles with is humor. And after kind of seeing Fred again, asks him to be her writer. And then they kind of go around the world as she starts to kind of run this initiative to give her a platform to launch a campaign from. So that's the basis of the movie. And I was just enamored with what a fantastic romance this was. It's wild. Like, it's been a while since I've seen a Seth Rogen comedy. It's one of the reasons I was really excited. You know, that or the Judd Apatow style film. You know, it's been a while. I've been real engulfed in superhero stuff, but I haven't seen the 2-hour comedy in a while. And, you know, director Jonathan Levine has really kind of grown out of that Judd Apatow concept of the longer comedy. And he's done, you know, The Night Before and 50-50 with Seth Rogen. And both of those 2-hour comedies, but have really, really solid emotional ties. You know, 50-50, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character has cancer. And The Night Before is just this story about like three best friends. They've actually been really good like buddy comedies. And to see him use that emotional you know, connection that he can make with the audience in a rom-com, it works wonderfully, man. I thought he knocked this thing out of the park because you so believe this romance. It's funny because they obviously poke fun at it in the movie in and of itself, that you wouldn't expect someone who looks like Charlize Theron or who is Charlize Theron, like what she is in the world, you know, Secretary of State, to date a guy that looks like Seth Rogen or is who Seth Rogen is, who's an unemployed journalist. So, you know, they really make you buy this uncanny matchup, and the chemistry between Rogen and Charlize Theron, off the charts, man. Like, they're the reason you buy this story so much, man. Their acting is phenomenal. They really make you, like, just care about both of these characters, root for both of these characters, and kind of go on this roller coaster with the two of them. That's just wonderful, man. You know, for the most part, this movie is smooth. Very, very few bumps in the road. And around the middle section of the movie, they kind of go to like a banquet together. Right around there, it kind of stumbles a little bit because I think you were expecting the conflict of the movie to kind of kick in there, and it doesn't. And the movie regains really, really quick. Like, once you kind of get out of that little bump, it picks back up in the third act once the conflict finally is, you know, revealed and kind of puts itself in place. I just thought that was a little off. I thought it was going to be a little bit earlier. But once you get over that bump, the third act, brilliant, man. And this thing, start to finish, is hysterical. This is like the movie. If you're a dude and you want to take your girl out, you know, to the movies, and she wants to go see a rom-com, she doesn't want to go see Endgame again, this is the movie that your girlfriend will say, thank you for bringing me, because you are going to enjoy the heck out of this. Guys, girls, I mean, everybody's going to enjoy it, but there's a lot of good dude humor in this, and this is just a really, really funny movie, start to finish. There's a lot of nerd humor in this. I love me some Seth Rogen, and he kind of puts a lot of his own background and things that he likes, his own tastes, into the movie and into his character. And there's a nice couple Easter eggs in there for you guys. But while all that's going on, this is a really, really solid romance. Like, you know, girls are going to fall in love with Seth Rogen. He's so charming in this movie. And it's just a movie that you can go out, you know, it's a good date night movie because both parties will enjoy it. You're going to go, you're going to laugh. You're going to tear up, man. They really make you, like I said, buy into this relationship in a way that just works so well. And they really lead the movie excellently. You couldn't have asked for two better leads for these two roles because, you know, they're both wonderful at it. And then you throw in the supporting cast. June Diane Raphael, who plays Maggie Milliken. She's kind of like Charlotte Field's right hand. Does not like Seth Rogen, and the comedy between them and the relationship between her and Charlize Theron is hysterical. And then the guy who's in charge of her calendar, which literally is like minute by minute, Ravi Patel, who plays Tom, his interactions with everybody in that form, because you're with those four a lot as they kind of travel around the country. Just the interactions between, you know, Maggie and Tom, and the two of them with, you know, Charlotte and Fred. So much funny stuff, stuff you don't see coming. You know, there's a couple nice surprises in the movie where you go, oh, I like that. But all four of them, their chemistry is really, really good. And then you throw in O'Shea Jackson Jr., who, you know, I've seen pop up in a couple things, but they're usually really small, kind of generic roles since Straight Outta Compton. He showed so much potential in Straight Outta Compton, and now he shows up in Long Shot as Fred's best friend, Lance, and oh my god, dude, he is phenomenal. He was probably my favorite like supporting character in the movie. He's just brilliant, man. His comedy is on point, his chemistry with Seth Rogen, and just what he does as a best friend for Fred. Oh god, anytime he was on screen, you were smiling, you were laughing, and it rounds out this really solid cast that delivers this awesome romantic comedy. And then throw in people like Bob Odenkirk, who plays President Chambers. What they do with the president and the motivations and things with him are really, really funny. And then, of course, you know, there's a social commentary in there too, obviously, with like an election and things of that nature. And there's a character by the name of Parker Wembley who runs this like kind of giant media conglomerate. I did not know who this actor was before the movie. You know, stay for the credits to see who it is, and I won't spoil it, but a fantastic performance. I really, really dug him, and then even Randall Park pops in there, you know, momentarily at the beginning of the movie. He's really funny. Alexander Skarsgård plays the, I think he's the PM of Canada. Hysterical. Canadian Alexander Skarsgård was really, really funny, and how they use him, it's cool. Just the relationships. That's one of the things that you know. It gets so right in this movie that you know, writers Dan Sterling and Liz Hannah just nail, is conversation between the characters and the chemistry between all of them, all of their individual relationships, whether they're on screen for a minute or two or they're in the entire movie. They all really work, and that just drives everything in this movie. So like I said, man, you're going to go to the movies, you're going to laugh, you're going to tear up, man. You're going to really enjoy watching the relationship between Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. They're just electric on screen together. And that is really what drives this thing. And like I said, there's a little bit of a bump in the middle, but outside of that, 2 thumbs up from the Seaman, pretty much start to finish. I really, really enjoyed this. It was nice to kind of go back to one of those 2-hour comedies because it's been a while since I've seen one, and I thought Jonathan Levine and everybody involved in this just crushed it. So there you go, man. Those are all my non-spoiler thoughts on Long Shot. Really, really solid rom-com. You should go check it out. But now I want to know what you're thinking. Are you interested in going to see Long Shot? You know, are you intrigued? Do you like these longer comedies? Do you like Seth Rogen movies? Were you interested to see what Charlize and Seth were going to do on screen? Let me know that, and if you have gotten out to see the movie already, let me know what you liked, man. There's a lot of funny stuff in there. Like I said, the comedy is just really poignant. And all the conversations, relationships, and story ideas, I just thought they all worked. So let me know what you dug in the movie. All of that down below in the comments section. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, you want to come along on all the Seaman adventures, Go jump over there, hit that subscribe button, and then hit the little bell so you get alerts every time I make a new video. The Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. I'm the Seaman. Now I'm signing off. Peace out. Well. If you aren't still here, looking for something else to check out that's Seaman related, why don't you check out a video like this guy or this guy? And if you really want to help the Seaman out in year 2, hit that subscribe button and come join the Cinema Sit Down squad, kids. You know what to do. See ya.